Do you like Factorio? Because you should. Today I'll be conquering each and every planet within Factorio's space age. We can use anything and everything to spell complete destruction. With huge war machines, gene-altered bodies, and absolutely awful factory designs. Does that say Sigma? So join me on an adventure to take over the galaxy in Factorio's space age. For taking over other worlds, I'm going to need some excessive firepower. So the first thing on my list is something that can render the flesh from my enemy's bones. The Minuteman 3 ballistic missile mod. Within this powerful monster, you can fit a lot of nukes, which I will be using for liberation purposes only. For my army, we will need the AEI Programmable Vehicles mod, so I may make an army of robotic slaves to do my bidding. And next on my list is the Tiberium Dawn mod, for the power weapons not meant to be wielded by man. I do have many other mods, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. There are no rules, and I can use everything at my disposal. I must conquer every vanilla and modded planet in Factorio and colonize them with city-sized parking lots. If anyone gets in my way, I only have one thing to say to them. Man, shut the fuck. The first thing I started doing was eradicating the local environment with industrial mining equipment. While I was building a power source, Nigel decided it was a good idea to aggravate the locals.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Oh my god, Nigel! Causing the first deaths. First research is done and I immediately acquired gun turrets to keep the stench-ridden swarm away from my factory. But something I cannot research is how to keep my imbecile friends out of trouble. So I paid the biter nests a visit to sternly explain to them not to walk on my gang's turf. As soon as things were getting back on track, the game crashed, eradicating all our progress. It was a world-ending device, an AI-controlled construction vehicle that would delete our save if entered. We contained its great power with concrete walls, never to be used again. So our mini factory was set up, and my job was to create an insane 6-lane bus. I am sure this will not cause a complex problem for me to solve in the future. While I was making my huge bus, green tiberium spawned next to us, a highly sought-after resource that self-replicates. It can be melted down into raw ore that we can process, but it is also highly toxic. So you shouldn't do what I did, which is mine it with my bare hands and place it in my inventory. Oh wait, having an inventory is killing me! To finish off the day, we acquired automobiles, and I was sent a Command and Conquer copy pasta that bewildered me. Totally real. Nigel was busy creating a droid army, which used to great effect, wiping out the local population in Baltimore. I myself worked on trains and rail transportation. Trees were a problem, which I solved with hand grenades. Why chop down a tree when I can blow it up with a handheld explosive? My friends were getting a little bit angry.
You're a
and a little bit too sexual.
And then I'm gonna destroy your boy.
Oh my god! But just at that moment, buggers attacked in huge waves and nearly overran us. It was a fight for survival. And I'm gonna survive.
You got me there.
Burn him! Burn him! They fly? If I die, I'm taking you with me. No. I melted a couple of them. We pushed them back and decided it was time to lock in. More power, more defenses, and best of all, a giant wall to keep out the riffraff. What name did I give it, you ask? The Great Wall of Gayness! Just like the Chinese warlords of past, I need to keep those buggers out. This large wall will do so, but maintaining it could be a problem. The brain-dead masses were still getting past my defenses, and this is when we found out they were using corrupted drones to fly over the water. This is part of the Enemy Race Manager mod, one that increases the difficulty by quite a lot. The next day, we started off by watching some memes.
Hey guys, handy down here to discover.
I committed vehicle robo-slaughter. A new wall was created named Margaret Thatcher's back door. Neil kept stealing cars. Yoink!
Why is this thing?
Hey, you just stole my motherfucking car! And Chad found Cuba. Cuba? Remember the 6-lane and how I said it was going to be hard to implement? Well, it was. Every time I want to put something down, I gotta delete it. You see, underground belts have a maximum underground distance of 4 squares. Red underground belts have a maximum of 6, and blue have 8. Red belts weren't fully in production yet, so I had to cut into my main bus. Why did I make it a 6th lane? I also didn't put enough space in between each of the lanes, because I am very retarded. To cheer me up, Yoke rammed his new Lamborghini into my hitbox. And yes, we do conquest in style. With most of the main line set up, I went for nuclear power and robots. Because who doesn't like the enslavement of artificial intelligence? So I built a tiny line for construction bots. Neo, on the other hand, was literally trying to invade Cuba like the Bay of Pigs. His Somalian ancestors would be proud. After our fiasco of a defense, Nigel created a presentation, which I will now let you watch a little of.
So it's very important that we talk about security because it's our #1 priority, okay? So our goal is to increase military spending today. We need more bullets. As you can see, Saudi Arabia, which is in the game the bugs, have the highest military. So we need to get ours up to the top. Individual performance of the soldier. Everyone needs to get their hands on these smelling salts. Turret blueprints. We need to have some automated defense vehicles today. We need those.
It's couscous here. Tiberium. Can you smoke it? Probably not, but you can refine it into raw resources and use it for Tiberium research. This is an obelisk of light. Dear God. Something that was used in the Great Tiberium War to roast GDI. It uses right about 4.7 gigawatts per laser beam to obliterate 4 tons of steel. To put that in perspective, it requires at least 4 modern-day nuclear power plants for a 1-second burst. Now that's a lot of power, and to really put it in perspective, I only need 1.5 megajoules to kill you. To get it, I need to refine Tiberium, which means mining it, turning raw Tiberium into sludge, moving that sludge to a refining plant to make liquid Tiberium. This liquid Tiberium is put into a Tiberium centrifuge, which gives me a bunch of different resources. Now I know what you're saying, that's kind of OP, but you have to grow it to use it, and it's quite a complex process. Tiberium is the key. Airplanes were unlocked, but my main goal of today is space! Using the resources from Tiberium, we created the necessary components for a platform and named it the International Sex Station. Or ISS for short. What the hell? This name? International Sex what? Most science packs on the planet have been unlocked. And thanks to the ISS, it's given us space science. The next day I started on my nuclear power plant by chainsawing trees down with a minigun and creating a centrifuge for uranium-235. Neo, our local Somalian, somehow got a train stuck in the ocean. What the hell? Where'd this train come from? And Norway oil was actually next to Somalia.
That's interesting.
Norway's next to Somalia? Light artillery was unlocked as well, which would come into great use in the future, as the bugs have become bolder every time we push them out. Counter. Somehow doing commando raids into our back lines. Precision strike! They were after my Tiberium, or was it the response to Nigel capturing Cuba? Things were only going to get worse. Disaster struck. The bug menace broke through. Margaret Thatcher's back door was breached, and so the battle for Margaret Thatcher's back door begins. Oh shit, he got a hang!
Tell the men the cavalry's arrived.
Oh my god.
Time to earn our keep. The hive cluster is under attack.
Holy shit, the Reaper doing a very fast raid here. They're base rolling. I died. I'm about to take. Oh my god, there's a lot of them!
Here for the swarm.
Fuck. Oh no, not again!
Incoming transmission.
You will be fucking executed ISIS style. You will be barbecued African style.
The next day, I built up a sizable force to push back the bugger plague. Chad built a drone factory in the shape of a funny word. Is that say Sigma? And our space station came under attack from Mormon space pirates. What the hell? Supersonic trains were also unlocked. This allows for supersonic transport, and in layman's terms, very, very fast. And just as I said in my last Factorio video, it literally goes into another dimension, making it so you no longer get killed walking on train tracks. Tiberium refining was at its full capabilities. The refining was at a stable flow rate, not going up or down, giving me a steady flow of copper, iron, oil, coal, and stone. All of these will be put to good use for my space program. But first, let me show you my latest creation, the Terminator, a tracked black, oiled up killing machine with red laser cannons. It's the type of guy, when asked to pay for a side dish of chicken wings at the restaurant, proceeds to gun down the waiter and hunt down their families, still leaving you to pay the bill. A true menace to society. This thing can blast an insectoid newborn out of his mother's hands. But Starcat, you ask, why would you want to do that? Because I can. It's part of the Robot Army mod, one I'll be extensively making use of. While browsing the map in search of something for my machine army to liberate, I made an interesting discovery. I noticed some of the biter nests had names. I will show you some of the funnier ones, like South Korea, North Korea, the Zaza Strip, or Israel. I then selfishly went out to liberate them in the name of progress, one by one. Wipe them out, boys. Wipe them the fuck out.
New construction options.
Get them, boys.
Inferior tactics detected. You make this easy, flesh bag. Your defeat is at hand.
Send in the boys.
User slogan.
Here's track. Here's track.
Boy. Holy shit.
Soften them up.
After the eradication of most of the outlying settlements, Chad went and built a ballistic missile silo, which I immediately fired directly on my own position. Wait, what? I launched it on myself! Our ballistic missile was excellent for expanding into large swaths of land for our ever-growing factory. I also created my own platform to experiment with. You're probably asking, where did the waste go from the reactor? Well, I just threw it into space, which is the equivalent of dumping car batteries in the ocean. Those space eels need yummy depleted uranium. Back on Navis, a biter named Tim moved in. Who the fuck is Tim? And was quickly evicted. While we were evicting bugs, a giant space jellyfish attacked my new platform. I wasn't too bothered, it was barely doing any damage.
It's gone.
Yeah, I call that a minor setback. So, I went with creating a ship that would mess up anything that would come its way. I give you the Vengeful Foreskin. 5 nuclear cannons, a bunch of obelisks of light, mending walls, and at its beating heart, a nuclear reactor. This is an unstoppable frigate, and it will be my flagship from now on. Speaking of interesting designs, my friends are creating some whack-ass builds, like Nigel's floating oil platform, only that it wasn't floating and he landfilled his way to it, or Master Slash wanting to mine over 1 million Tiberium. His creation most likely will give some people watching a brain aneurysm. How?
Bro,
that was more complex than using belts! God has a place in hell for a design like this, and it only got worse. It is so fucking stupid. His design ate almost 30% of all power in the factory, from all the drones moving back and forth. That's insane! How do you even do that? Also, what the fuck is this piece of shit? If you're wondering why my video took so long, this is one of the reasons. Now let's move on to something interesting. This is the Titan mod. Inside it, it has the blueprint for building man's greatest weapon! Car horn! But if I want to use them first, I'll have to dig them up and reverse engineer what's inside. But let me tell you right now, the factory is blown up to an almost mini mega base. An extremely cursed mega base. And a new biter moved in named Tom. Wait, not all! Shut the fuck! Things were on the up and up, and that's when it hit me. The Tiberium, we could use it for everything on every planet. It can be turned into all base materials, and yes, we can seed planets. So I went with barreling Tiberium and using cargo planes to move them to our refining plant, aptly named Tiberium Agarthan Storage. The next day, I created fuel air bombs to test on the denizens. It was, very laggy. These are part of the stopgap nukes mod, which goes up to fusion warhead. Very dangerous. So, I went around firing ballistic missiles at all the biters to make sure they know who's top in the pecking order. Yoke, on the other hand, was literally reverse engineering titans like a tech priest who just found a pristine STC gooning at the site of fresh tech packs to research his titan parts, all thanks to reverse engineering. So, we have contained the threat on Navis and have a ship. I say we set sail, but what planet should we go to? This was an issue we couldn't come to a conclusion on. So, we created our own presentations on which planet to go to. It is safe to say the one that won was Master Slash's presentation about Volcanis, a lava planet where a giant monster worm hunts and consumes you like a gothy girl with schizophrenia. And here were the best parts of his presentation for your eyes only.
Hello guys, top 8 reasons why Volcanos is big. Número 7. This is a strategy I devised for taking care of the big. Número 6. Don't reference Slash, I need another something like the worm type shit. Número 5. Motherfucker like the wiggler, bro. The fucking wiggler. Número 2.
Have you played
There's no
Dragon Brawl yet?
It's no evolution factor. No evolution factor. Okay, honorable mention. It's a Yakuza reference. It's a Yakuza reference.
And with that, Volcanis is the first planet we'll go to. So, let's fly. The veiny hot lava planet. Time to send down my crew. What? Oh, God. After my crew stopped landing on each other's heads, we got to work building our outpost with the supplies we brought with us on the ship. Well, they did, and I got in a Lamborghini and drove around a bit. And that's when I saw it. It's the worm! And it crashed my game. I was going to do something dangerous, something insane. I was going to try and ride the worm. And so, I did. This planet is mine. But I'm here to conquer and acquire metallurgic science, which we got pretty quickly, among other things, like weapons of mass destruction. Yes, among the resources on this planet, tungsten is very valuable to me because I use it to make neutron plates, basically creating my own version of a demon core. And of course, we had to test out one of the smaller ones. Holy shit! We're in for a wild ride. Nuking worms was a far better idea than our other methods. Oh shit! Oh! Why do we need to kill them? Well, these worms control territory, which we need to expand into. So yeah, nuking them was perfect. My base was getting massive, so we decided to give it a name. The Crack of Volcanis! Ignore the Tiberium vent reactor, so anyway, production on the planet is insane. Cause of these foundries, they perform more than 35 times faster than a smelter and assembler, as they do both. Rather succulent. The only problem is calcite. It requires a shit ton to melt down ores. There is also a lot of calcite on Volcanis, which is why it's favorite to run them here, but you could run them on Navis. Next few days were a blur of hard work. I set up a huge 𝗔𝗶𝗏𝗲𝐻 factory back on Navis and a huge logistic network for spaceships, which I used to create the next level of nuclear bomb, the 15-kiloton nuke. I created a little bunker and fired the nuke with a ballistic silo. In the description it says, use with extreme caution. Like I'm gonna do that. A whole day of work deleted, vaporized by the sun. But look on the extremely bright side of life. This nuke had phenomenal power. It was so powerful it caused extreme lag for 3 minutes. I cannot fire these willy-nilly as they require extremely large amounts of high-tech resources. But by God, this is the power to end worlds. Such power should not be wasted. After some well-earned rest, we fixed the base on Volcanis, nuked Master Slash, and researched the ion cannon, a new reusable tactical weapon charged by solar panels in space. It shoots a giant laser onto my quarry.
Incoming transmission.
Michelangelo, Leonardo, Da Vinci, they're all dead. I remain. You understand? I remain.
Everything space combat ramped up, from battleships to Beyblades. None could stand my ship. We also upgraded from red to blue belts, increasing productivity, and it looked glorious. But the worst thing happened, game-breaking mods. Turns out the space warfare mod was causing insane jitter, and had to go. Yeah, I built a ship just to kill other ships, only for it to be obsolete. No, I'm not angry. So to offset my discontent, I built my first ever Tiberium power plant with 200 megawatts per plant, and they were very cheap to run, using liquid Tiberium. And how was I running these plants? Well, by spreading my seed to other planets, growing Tiberium everywhere. And I built a second ship for my next venture, traveling to another planet. Going back to when we did our slideshows, 𝗏𝗂𝐓𝐻 won second place, so we'll be going to Fulgora. So I'm gonna let you watch the highlights of his slideshow presentation.
As you can see, there is very cool lightning, and this would be me, or if we go to Fulgora, I would be very happy. And this right down here would be me if we do not go to Fulgora. As you can see, I would be very sad. Why is it not? There we go.
It just didn't work. It's so funny.
Pros of going to Fulgora. Number 1, unlimited oil. And yes, indeed, it is for free.
Oh,
unlimited oil.
Oh, unlimited oil. Okay.
Unlimited.
Big, yeah,
unlimited. The electromagnetic plant. As you can see,
What the fuck is this?
This is the Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about Fulgora. Now clap.
Well, let's go to Fulgora. You've already seen the ship thing, so let's speed it up. Fulgora is a planet with islands surrounded by a sea of oil, ill-fated with lightning storms that can turn you into a Tesla coil. We drop down to create the small base. Everything is going as planned. Best of all, no enemies. We are completely alone. Or so I thought. Oh, dear God!
Oh god damn it!
Fucking God, run!
Get the weapons! Get the weapons!
Go! Go! Oh my God, it's so tough. Oh my... These enemies are from the Fulgora Enemy Expanded mod. Mechanical demons known as Guardians are a relic of older times, possibly created to repress the local populace because of social economic conditioning. Now, I'm not going to say they did it because of race, but they sure as hell don't like my race. They come in different sizes and different varieties. Now let's explain how this planet works. Fulgora is all about recycling. We take the trash, recycle it, and then need to sort it. And trains play a major part in moving the trash, since you cannot connect the islands with belts. Sounds easy? Wrong.
Not this time.
After so many failed attempts and watching Germans play Factorio, this is what I came up with. The Super Arachnid, coined by Master/ Incorporated. And it uses a giant sushi belt to separate the trash from the wheat. And here is where we create homium. It is needed for our next tech pack, electromagnetic science. And with getting the science, we've finished this planet already. To keep our islands organized, I gave them some names that live up to their role, like Detroit Island, Ubisoft Archives, and where I sort out the trash, Segregation Island! Send him to Segregation Island! No! So to completely capture this planet, we went on a bit of a soliciting campaign with nuclear weapons. Very easy. Actually, this planet was the easiest to complete. And what the fuck? Biters are here? It appears in my liberation, the biters and Fulgorian robots have formed an accord of evil. Another thorn in my side. So I created a droid assembler. It creates droid squads with only one objective: to destroy the enemies of man. For now, the threat has passed, but who knows what might happen. The next day, I tested our new armed forces on biters. They were extremely good. Nigel created a camp for executing our drones, which was in Estonia.
6 million drones were recycled.
And Pip had an audio issue.
This is my new audio interface. I'm just gonna boot up a video game right now. So today we're gonna be
There's a demon inside this man's computer. Next on my list is Gleba, a planet of moss and swamp, which I'll be turning into a parking lot. I myself created the slideshow for Gleba, which you will now be viewing. Today I'll be talking about my favorite planet, 𝗔𝗹𝗶𝗲𝘁𝘀. Gleba. Now if you're thinking, grass, sludge, sounds like ass, well, it kind of is. There's huge swaths of land that we can turn into factories, right?
I see that thing bottom left.
And we can use it as a forward base.
No, not the Twin Towers. No, not the Gleba.
We can also, of course, we can use it as a tourist resort. The average Gleba tourist loves this. Look at that. He loves it. He loves that. He loves that shit. And of course, we got golfing. We got golfing.
There's no way you got golfing.
And Sean Connery will come back to life, and he'll come golfing.
Leisure activities? Whoa.
Exactly, leisure activities. And we can boil oil from dead frogs. How I feel killing frogs for oil? That's how I feel. And let's say we want to have industry, right?
Wait.
Big industry. I bring to you Gleba Industries. This is gonna be the best
Yes, sir.
dictator planet you've ever seen. And here comes the best thing. Avatar tech.
Oh, hell no. Yo, Steve, dig down,
I hate Gleba though. That's why I want a guy. I fucking hate him. I hate Gleba. Least of all, I wanted to put it to the ground. I hate it. Now, the inhabitants of Gleba have their own military, the Wigglers. But I brought with me my war machines, like the Mammoth Mark III. It carries a nuclear shell payload and thermobaric rockets, a great addition to my arsenal. So let the war for Gleba begin. Oh, incoming, incoming! You've got contacts! Alright, fire, fire! Okay, kill them! Fucking cook them. That is random with someone's children.
Mammoth tank waiting orders. Flatten them.
No, Yogi, don't do it!
Fire zone confirmed.
Mammoth advancing. Let's have some fun.
Put a Gleban crab in a pressure washer. Abort mission! Where's my reinforcements? Where's my Ah! Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Oh my god, a bright flat! Over 100 Gleba nests destroyed, 2 tactical nuclear warheads deployed, and a whole lot of cooked crab. Now, that's what I call a good day. Oh my god, there's nothing left! Since we used nukes, it seemed to have done 2 things. It flattened the land, and it removed the mountains, perfect for my parking lot. It also wiped out the local fauna on Gleba as well. The thing is, I needed that fauna for my science packs. So we literally need to cultivate the land with seeds from other plants in other parts of the planet. It took us about an hour just to find the first seeds, since we decimated the landing zone. Once seeds were acquired, Chad traded in his armored tank for farming tools. Born in the USA! And with some more YouTube watching, we figured out a system to farm and create Gleba science. Not bad. Now my other friends were making spaceships like Master Slash's the Pussy Carabella. Using liquid Tiberium infusion to power his ship, very cool. Except for the obelisks of light that couldn't destroy asteroids. So guess what happened? The Spanish century of humiliation has now begun. The mines are out of silver. Master Slash and I decided it was a good time to start seeding Tiberium on Gleba, and that's when we found out what beacons do. Beacons have an area of effect. What effect? Well, if you place a speed mod inside a beacon, it speeds up all the nearby buildings, which is what I did. Like increasing the speed of the Tiberium miner. Not by 20%, no. Not by 50, but by 1,196% mining speed. It was so fast, the green bar was overlapping itself. Now let's talk about everything Gleba. The worst pain about Gleba is the rot. I just woke up in a fucking steamy mood, yeah? The minerals rot, science rots, everything rots. I fucking hate the place! You know what I mean? Gleba is a fucking shithole! I live in a shithole! I fucking hate the place! And to even get the science to work, I have to use live eggs that can hatch and destroy everything. Which is why I've placed giant laser beams outside the vats to vaporize wiggler babies. The next interesting thing I found out that exists are super rare items. Rarer the item, the better it performs. Well, I took this to a whole new level. Remember my beacons? Well, I got Nigel to rarefy them. And the speed mods. Remember the foundries? Rarefied. And I placed both on Navis and fed them tons of metal. How fast do you think this one foundry goes? That's right, 1,457% faster. 145 plates a second, which is insane. It burns through metal like crazy, while my factory hungers, and I must provide. Now, while I was breaking Navis, Master Slash made it to Aquilo, but ran out of fuel, so he couldn't get back. Now, to learn about Aquilo, it's time to watch Neo's presentation. Please enjoy. Is he speaking in fucking Somalian? Can we read that for 1 second? Boys start getting believe Gleba is a secondary weak planet, but Aquilo full of resources for it.
Well, meillä on resursseja paljon, biofien, meillä on mahan osak swamp. And a very nice color,
That's in English. Wait, that's in English. Wait, whoa! Hey, you're probably thinking, wow, a planet of ice! What mysteries are on it? There's nothing. It's just ice! Now I learned voiding. Voiding uses combinators to delete liquid as it stops systems from backing up and failing completely. This is like a secret code to Factorio, and you should learn it if you're playing Factorio. Now, traveling to planets in ships suck. But what if I could teleport you there instantly? I give you avatars, a flash clone used for hard labor. You can control him from the Avatar Control Center. Gone are the days of using real people as slave labor. Now we use factory robotic meat slaves that pick jelly nuts. And the best part is that they don't speak back. We also got some cool tech from this planet as well. And the science packs needed to continue to the final secret planet. But as I was voiding my liquid, the Accord of Evil struck again.
Oh, nice one.
Oh,
whoa!
Nice.
Rip it up!
You want some of this? A couple extra dents won't matter.
They're getting laser before they even reach. Yeah, line them up, boys, line them up! And with a little finesse, I was able to eradicate over 90% of the robotic forces, thanks to my production line of chain gunner tanks. Without it, Fulgora would have been overrun. Now, come here, I want to show you something. Ah! Not that close, you protoplasmic monkey! This is a Warhound class Titan, the smaller of the city-sized god mechs. This one comes equipped with vortex missiles, turbo laser destructors, a melta cannon, and a Vulcan mega bolter, with its own void shield as well. This is super overpowered, and it took about 20 in real life days to collect and complete all the parts. An absolute beast of a machine. The only problem is that it cannot leave the planet. We have to build it on whatever planet we want to use it on. Speaking of overpowered, this is the Pillar of Aura, a self-contained factory ship powered by 2 nuclear reactors and 41 foundries. It can replace robotic losses on the fly, and its engines have 2.3 giga-newtons of thrust, which is the equivalent of 66 Saturn V F1 engines, the same launch vehicle used by NASA in the Apollo program. Now I shall be using this ship to invade the last planet, Char. Those who know, Char is home to the Zerg swarm, a deadly hive mind that uses bioengineered soldiers to wage its wars. They don't like us, and they will consume everything in the known universe. It is up to me and my motley crew to deal a deathly blow. So let's fly.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, it's a mutalisk! Mutalisk! We're under attack! The ship's under attack! I need to clear everything! Fire all the rockets! There's a goddamn mutalisk on the ship! This is a war, son! This is a war! No one can stand to the Pillar of Might! The Pillar of Aura! Troops, drop the troops! The Terminators with the rocket droids, everything down. Down, boy, I'm dropping a Char! I'm going to Char! Tell them to bring out the Zerg! Tell them to bring out the Zerg! They're so tough! Oh my god, they're so tough! Get them, boys. Oh yeah, let's go, let's go. Yeah, let's go, let's go! That thing is like an actual base.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is a Land Cruiser P1000 Rat. Oh, we're going down! Mayday, mayday! This is a mayday alert! Oh my god!
Spirit whispers of blood and death.
Even after all this destruction, my forces barely left a dent in the Zerg swarm. Even my Titan was felled. My bases were under assault from the Zerg forces as well. Events were looking bleak. Then it occurred to me, the biters ramped up their aggression, even building bridges. It was the Overmind. It's been here all along, controlling all the alien forces with mind control. Wait, I need to stop them before they reach Earth. And I need help. So I called forth my army unit, full of experienced Milsim autistics who will help me on my crusade against the Zerg. And you're welcome to join the unit if you so wish. Look in the description. Now, my forces were not strong enough to fight the Zerg. I needed something more appropriate. That's right where the Terran Marine Corps comes in.
Hell, it's about time.
This mod was built to face off against the Zerg, created by the same mod maker. It's perfect for the job. Less lag, less pathfinding problems, and easier to create powerful units.
Who called in the fleet?
A new god mech, armed with mega bolters, vortex missiles, and dual mega chainsaws. With production and reinforcements in place, it's time to begin. Day 1, I deploy our 1st regiment. Morale is high, but could always improve. Day 2, we drive back the Zerg hordes to the north and limit their reprisal attacks. The arrival of the warship 𝗣𝗯𝐴 has not gone unnoticed. She is struck from the skies. Day 3. My actions alerted our enemies on Navis. Sensing weakness, they attacked my factory. I fired biological weapons on their battle lines. They fall back. Day 5. My forces pushed to what we think is the Overmind's lair, firing nuclear artillery to widen the gap. Day 6. I sacrificed 28 divisions to deploy 2 tactical nuclear weapons at Zerg. It gives my forces slight reprieve. Day 7. I figure out the only way to find the Overmind is with a psi-emitter. Building the psi-emitter has revealed the true nature of what I am to face. Now that the psi-emitter has revealed the cloaked Overmind, I can finally plan my assault upon it. The Overmind itself is highly resistant to most damage, with a mega health pool. For this, I've acquired the last type nuclear weapon. It will literally destroy the planet when fired. But to make sure, I must personally deliver it to the Overmind's back door. The plan is simple. The Titan will defend our base, Terran Marines support our armored convoy made up of super tanks, advanced tanks, and Lehman Russes. The P-1000 Rat eliminates bases with its long-range weapon systems while we hang back. We blast our way to the Overmind, lower its health, and deliver the payload. So, this is it. Death is in that valley, and it will get the tip of my spear. Yeah, we gotta clear a path for the mouse. Fire! Get out! The fucking boys! I need those Marines! Where the Marines at? I'm defending you, Pip. I've got you, Pip.
I'm saying you!
Oh, man down! We got a little takedown! We're so close, we're close to it.
It's everywhere!
No, you're not, no, you're not, no, you're dying, you're dying! Oh, we gotta repair him! Oh, he's out, he's out, we lost another one. Hold on, I'll take it to hive, back up, I got this hive. Let him out! That's what I'm talking about! Oh god, a worm! Battle of Giants! Pip, back it up!
Put it reverse, Tim!
Oh my god, it's killing it! We lost the mouse. We lost the mouse. I'm firing at the worm. I got it! I killed it! Calling in nukes! Calling the nukes! Oh my god. Broken arrow! I need backup! Bring me the Titan! Send in the Titan to check out the Nidus worm.
The thing must die.
Yeah! Yeah, chainsaw him dead! I'm to send you back to the hell you came from! When you see your god, tell him I said, fuck you! And with that, I've won, but at what cost? Well, firing the nuke caused my game to freeze for about 40 minutes, Purple's computer blue screened, and his SSD exploded. So yet, there was a price. Rest in peace, Purpo's SSD. Thank you to all my Patreon members that waited this long for the video. Hey, where do you think you're going, you dirty little rat? Get back here! My Patreon will be getting a Lord of the Rings extended edition of the video. Another reason for you to join the Patreon. There is so much cut content I had to remove due to time constraints. And sorry for my lack of uploading, I'm still recovering from my illness. It sucks, but this is life. I have other channels like my Also StarCat channel. If you want more StarCat content, go there, or my Twitch or Twitter. Thank you for watching the video. More content to come in the future. Bye.